Hot women do go to nightclubs, they do go to bars. You just don't know how to attract them. Look, I'm sick and tired of other coaches that are out there saying that hot women don't go to nightclubs anymore. Hot women are no longer at the bars. It's all complete bullshit because the reality is that attractive women, they do go out to random bars, they do go out to random clubs, and nightlife is the furthest thing from dead. Trust me, I live here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I know about a couple of really good spots that on any given night you can go out and there's plenty of hot women and plenty of attractive women randomly out and about. So why are guys online saying that nightlife is dead and that nightclubs are dead and that it's all dudes and that there's no more high tier women? Well, it's because they're trying to bias you, trying to sell you something. Okay, they're either trying to sell you the next fix when it comes to dating app systems or the next cold approach day game, go out to the park and meet high quality women that way formula, or they're trying to trick you into thinking that you have to have the highest level of status and you must be behind the DJ booth in case you want to meet the most attractive women. That's just, it's simply not the case, dude. The real problem is that if you are going to go out and you're going to meet women at night during nightlife, which by the way is a great way and a great place to meet women, the problem is that you're probably just taking it all completely randomly, right? Like you're going out to random places, you're walking up to random people, you're doing random approaches, and you're probably with random people or maybe just a small amount of people. So, in order to have success with nightlife, bars, and clubs, regular dive bars, they have attractive women there. It's not that they don't, that's not true at all. There's a way to make it work, right? And there's going to be ways that are ineffective. The way to make it effective is number one, you need to basically figure out which place is the best place to go to. There's always going to be one or two dive bars, one or two cocktail places, or maybe one club or two clubs in your city that are actually legit. So it's not going to be all of them. By and large, most nightclubs aren't very successful. By and large, most bars aren't going to really have attractive women. But that's always been the case. It's always been the case that you need to find and figure out which spots are the best ones in your city. And you need to just continuously continue to go there, get to know the staff, get to know the bartenders, make sure that you can, have some access, have some familiarity, and just have a little bit of social proof. And then the second thing is that you need to stop going to these places randomly with random people, maybe like a wingman or two. That's where you're really going wrong. Because if it's just you and a wingman and all you guys are trying to do is walk up to strangers and do random cold approaches, it's no wonder guys think that there's no more hot women at bars. It's just not true, man. Like really, cute girls and everything that are few and far between, and they kind of always have been, right? So what you really need to do is focus less on social status and focus more on social magnitude. And what I mean is, think about it this way. If I were to go out to a bar with a group of 10 to 15 people, I'm inherently just going to have more confidence, right? If you go out to that same bar and you have an equal opportunity, but you're with a friend or two, it doesn't really matter like if you have that much more game than me, and it doesn't matter if you're more good looking than me and all that different stuff. If I have more confidence internally, like I'm just going to get more success with meeting new people. And here's the reason why is because it's not about status, it's about capital, right? So there's a difference between social status and social magnitude. Like there really is legitimately just power in numbers. You could just be out with just average people, just regular individuals. But if there's like 10, 15, 20 of you rolling deep, you're just going to have a bunch of different social anchor points. And that's what the purpose of a social circle really is, right? Is it kind of gives you this like anchor that you can always stay in and stay a part of and get your value from and pop out and invite people into it intermittently. So the way that that looks is when you have a group of people, even if it's just all guys, five, six, seven, eight, nine guys, like I said, there's power in numbers. You don't even need to necessarily be surrounded by women. You need to be surrounded by people in general. And it's not even because of the proof. Like, look at all of my friends and look at all of these people that like me. It's because you're just going to internally feel more confident when you're out with people that understand you and you understand them and you guys are all on the same team. Because what happens is if I go to that club or that bar and I'm with this group of people, and I see that cute girl or whoever it might be, if I'm in my group of friends and we're having our own good vibe and our own good time, it's been as simple in the past as me just looking over to a girl and just calling her over to me. Like you're not going to just do that if you're standing there by yourself or with your wingman. You're not just going to call women over to you. But when I'm with a huge entourage of people, maybe they're all normal. We're not behind the DJ booth. We're just standing over, in a random area. I can see a cute girl and she can visibly see that I've got my social group and I can call her over. Like if my group is bigger than hers, then I've got power and leverage. If there's a guy that's more attractive and he's standing next to me and it's just him and his wingman, and I'm feeling more confident because of my social anchor points, I'm just going to be able to do things like, hey, come over here real quick. And then when she comes over, I just say, what's up? What's your name? Right. Or I can even just from within my group, turn over my shoulder and say something to the girl next to me, make a, remark, make some type of comment, ask some stupid, silly, funny question, get her response, and then even go back into my group and give her a chance to reopen me. So that's the point, right? Is like if you have social magnitude, then no matter what happens in these little pings that you put out into the environment, hey, come over here, or hey, let me guess, espresso martini, whether you're met with resistance or compliance or rejection or acceptance, it doesn't matter because the point is that I can always just reference back into my group and have my group of people that I'm vibing with. So don't let these coaches convince you that nightclubs are dead and quality women aren't out there anymore. Don't let the coaches convince you that, you have to have high status. Don't let coaches convince you that you need to switch it up and, start doing day game. And definitely don't let coaches make you think that, there's one path and one solution. Look, like be on dating apps if you want to, do fucking day game if you want to, become high status if you want to. But at the end of the day, man, it's always been as simple for me as going out with a good group of friends, 5, 6 true guy friends, and just having confidence, man, and having some social anchor points and rolling around with some social capital. See a girl that you like, tell her to come over here, man. Like, come, come talk to me. And if she is feeling that aura off of you, she'll just do it, right? Because women are a mirror, they're a reflection, right? So it's not ever even the case that the external is anything more than just how you feel about yourself, right? Because if I have inner high value and I tell a girl, come over here, and she's like, looks at me like I'm crazy and walks away, to me, that's funny because it doesn't diminish me at all. That's silly of me to think that I'm so cool that I can do that. And I really do think that. So when it doesn't work, I'm laughing at myself because the reality of the situation is hilarious. If I think lowly of myself and I don't think I'm cool, because I'm there by myself. I'm not high status and I don't even have any friends, just me and a wingman. And we're just trying to go out and like meet some girls that night. Like, of course, I'm going to take that personally. Of course, I'm going to get discouraged. Of course, I'm going to listen to these other coaches that are like, nightclubs and bars, they don't have women anymore. What do I do? It's just not the case, man. Keep your head on straight, keep your social circle strong, and, hit me up if you need help.